Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Shane.
I wonder. So I think if you compiled all the times we've opened with me saying hi to you and
hmm
anyone else, frankly, and sped it up a little bit
hmm
and added like a bass line, you'd have a really solid house beat. People can't see me bobbing my head right now, but it's happening.
Oh, yeah, you're doing it. That's good. Yeah, if any EDM third pod fanatics, stands, want to take up the task of making that for us. But Shane, you could probably do it yourself, right? You're a musical guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a musical guy, but I'm more like from the old school, traditional, non-electronic type deals, more guitars and basses and things. Anyways, so
Oh, okay.
um,
Well,
yeah, so that's maybe, but probably not.
yeah. Well, I mean, you mentioned other times your high school emo punk band you were in.
I wasn't an Evo fan.
Yeah, emo,
Oh
right?
man, I guess I wish you would have forgotten about that.
Well, I'm sure. So I did some Googling actually this morning of your storied past, and you do a really good job of not revealing enough details to allow me to stalk you accurately.
Oh,
Unfortunately, like I found you had posted some pictures actually on an AGU website of your band, but that's really as far as I got. You didn't
oh,
say the town, you didn't mention like any details that would let me get my fingers into it. But it's on the internet. It'll exist forever and I'll find it. I'm going to keep looking.
moving on. So speaking of publishing online.
Moving on.
So yeah, so our next miniseries is actually centered around an AGU publication called Perspectives.
Oh, we're coming home. I guess we spent too long out on the ice.
I see what you did there.
Woo!
Science is fascinating, but don't just take my word for it. Join us as we hear stories from scientists for everyone. I'm Shane Hanlon.
And I'm Vicky Thompson.
And this is Third Pod from the Sun.
So tell me a little bit about Perspectives.
Right. So Perspectives is short for Perspectives of Earth and Space Scientists. It's an online open access journal that gives AGU and invited scientists a space to talk about their work on a more personal level, like as opposed to the cut and dry research, more storytelling, getting kind of behind the scenes, that type of thing.
Oh, that sounds right up our alley.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I love a good story. I love crafting a good story, and I love reading a good story. So this series, we're going to hear stories about landslides, K through 12 education, ocean observation, heliophysics, more like physics, and air pollution. But the idea is that beyond the scientific topic, that admittedly I just pigeonholed into oversimplification. So anyone listening, don't get mad at me for these very broad previews. We're actually going to be talking to and learning about people and their stories, which I'm really looking forward to. So for this preview episode, we actually have the editor-in-chief of Perspectives, Michael Wysession, who is also our first interviewee of the series, and he's going to tell us a little bit more.
Great, let's hear it.
I've been an editor now for 5 journals with the AGU. I just love the process of publishing and journalism in general, as well as journals. Currently, I'm editor-in-chief of the journal Perspectives, and this is a little different than most other science journals, where usually we discourage an author's personal voice in the articles that they write. Here, it's a critical part of it. We want the scientists to tell their stories along with providing a message, a perspective on a particular science topic or field. And this is just a wonderful means of conveying information. And I guess for me, it really connects with me because a large part of my draw towards both my science education and being editor-in-chief of Perspectives is storytelling. You know, we are, as humans, uniquely evolved to learn through storytelling. Go back 10,000 years and we're sitting in caves somewhere. What are we doing? We're sitting around a fire telling stories. We told our cultural stories for thousands of years orally before anything was ever written down. We've evolved to be able to learn this way very effectively. And this aspect of storytelling is critical to this journal, Perspectives, where we're interested in the science, in sort of providing lessons for the geophysicists of the future, the earth and space scientists of future generations, by learning how fields started, how they evolved, but also the careers of the individuals, their personal struggles, their triumphs and failures. Because when you learn the scientific content through the framework of someone's story, that personalization becomes very engaging and powerful, and just a tremendous way to learn.
All right, all. Well, that's all from Third Pod from the Sun.
You can find Perspectives online, available to read on any device at agupubs.onlinelibrary.wiley.com.
We can't wait to share these next 6 stories with you. Special thanks to Collin Warren for audio engineering and for all of our amazing producers on this series. Anupa Chandrasekharan, Katrina Jackson, Molly McGidd, Devin Reese, Sarah Whitlock, and Jace Steiner.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please rate and review the podcast, and you can always find new episodes on your favorite podcasting app or at thirdpodfromthesun.com.
Thanks all, and we'll see you next week. How's your dog doing?
Barking upstairs. That's when, so it didn't matter that I put myself on mute, but when, like, right as you came on, I was screaming Isla at the top of my lungs.
I see, that's the thing. That's what I got on and you looked like you were yelling at something. I was like, oh, this is a great way to start the morning.
Yeah, but I had muted myself in more than one way. So
fair enough. Oh man. Okay. So this will be.
Can you hear her?
I can.
I'm gonna go put her out in the yard.
Okay, that's fine.
Give me 2 seconds.
I will. I'll just stare at your background.